welcome Star Wars fans all across the galaxy. This is Uneducated Star Wars Talk, brought to you by the Uneducated Network. I'm your host, Chris Lambert, and thanks for making me a part of your day. Now, today is an episode I've been waiting all year for. Before I even started doing this show, I've been waiting to do this episode, really. But Star Wars Battlefront 2, we finally got to get our hands on it in the world, everybody. We finally get to try it, and the game lives up. Well, the beta lived up to everything that we thought it was. It was great, for me at least. I really enjoyed it. Gonna enjoy it today because they extended the beta. It was supposed to be from Friday to Monday for everybody, and but EA extended it to Wednesday, and I'm so grateful. I've been playing it since last Wednesday, so I'm gonna get a week with the game. So I love to hear that, and I'm gonna go home and enjoy it right after I'm done talking to y'all, and wait on the Last Jedi trailer, and tune in to Monday Night Football tonight. I think it's the Bears and the Vikings. We will get that trailer tonight. Disney or Lucasfilm confirmed it. We will get the trailer tonight, halftime, and tickets go on sale. So tune in to Monday Night Football and have your phones out to pre-order those tickets. But that's beside the point. I'll touch on that a little bit later in the episode. Touch back so y'all can remember that. But before I get started with Battlefront 2's beta, go and press that subscribe button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow, and we can only do it if people are actually tuning in, leaving likes, and getting their friends to subscribe so our numbers can grow. So we can grow as a company, I guess you can say, as a network. But leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with a friend. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The Battlefront 2 beta, like I said, I loved it. Had so much fun. Still having fun with it because I'm going to have even more fun with it today. I was expecting it to end the day and not be able to play it for the rest of the day. But I'm okay with them extending it till Wednesday. But first thing I actually really love about the game is the two modes, the strike mode and the Starfighter Assault mode. Not that I don't like Galactic Assault, it's just it reminds me a lot of Walker Assault from the last game. Starfighter Assault and Strike, I really was not expecting them to be that good. I knew Starfighter Assault, they made changes, had us attacking capital ships and all the objective-based things that we wanted from Starfighter Assault. But it is so smooth. I had problems with the controls at first because I played another aircraft type game, and I was used to those controls, so I had to do some minor adjustments to my actual control configuration. But as soon as I got those down pat, boy, is that mode fun. And I say these are two things I love because, once again, like I say, Starfighter, so it's like the most improved thing from the last game. I don't even think it was Fighter Squadron in the first Battlefront 2015. It was basically team deathmatch in Starfighters. And that was okay if that's your thing, but I'm more of an objective-based player when it comes to online multiplayer. So let me have other things to do, mainly because I'm not great at multiplayer shooters, but you know what I mean, let me play the objective, help the team out so we can win any kind of way. And Starfighter Assault does that great. You're attacking in first Imperial cruisers, then trying to take the shields down. That's for the Star Destroyer, then actually trying to destroy the Star Destroyer. It is great. And like I say, it's the most improved mode from the last game. And that's big ups to that. And the other mode, like I said, is Strike. That I love that mode basically because I'm great at it. And like I said, I'm not the best multiplayer shooter. But Strike, I was just dominating with my officer class with my Blurge pistol. And that's another thing I like. I'll get to that in a minute. Is the classes. But I really love the strike mode. Is the objective based mode, smaller, no heroes, no vehicles. In the beta, we got to play on Maz Kanata's castle on Takadana, and that was fun. That was just great. The objective is for the First Order to try to steal an artifact. What is this artifact? I don't know, but it's a game, so I don't think it would be Luke's lightsaber or nothing like that. It's just a game. Get the artifact back to the First Order transport, and the rebels, obviously the resistance. Sorry, the resistance. Their job is to try to stop them, and mode is great. It's fast paced. It's never boring, and like I said, I just love that game mode. Basically because I was dominating in it, and of course you're gonna love some stuff that you're actually good at. But next thing I truly did like was the battle point system, and I already looked at it as an upgrade upon the last pickup system with the last game, and this works out great. My only negative thing with it is I want the battle points to kind of come more balance with each class. Because to me right now it feels like the officer class. Well, the officer class with the blurge pistol, I'd rack up so many points with that, and that's why I usually only play with my officer class because I'm best with it. And the assault class, I feel like that should need some work with getting the points because I've never just played with the assault class and been able to be a hero. But excuse me, within like 2 or 3 lives with the officer class, I'm able to pick up a hero, and I just love the battle point system. So it's not just based off of deaths; it's actually playing the objective, helping your team out. If you're an officer, you get points for like buffing your team and stuff like that. And the battle point system, great upgrade over the last not the star card system, but the pickup system that they had with the little things laying around the battlefield in the last Battlefront. So battle points, love that. Next is not just the officer class, but the classes. I really like that in general. The classes system because each class feels different. They feel great. All of them feel pretty balanced, except like I said, the assault with the point system. I think they probably should get a little bit more points. I don't know how they'll emphasize on that before the launch, but the classes are great. Each class has certain abilities, certain star cards, certain weapons, and that's great because you get to try each different class and try different types of play styles each time. And especially when you look at the challenges, and I'm a big challenge kind of guy, I like doing the challenges that games have, and each challenge forces you to try out a different class because it's certain challenges tied to certain weapons or actually certain classes. You have to be a certain class for a certain time, get a certain amount of kills with a certain class, and all that's great because it keeps me coming back and and it forces you to try the different classes. Like a lot of people, they fell in love with the heavy class because they do so much damage. But like I said, trying out the officer class, I'm in love with the officer class because one of my star cards is it's basically like the cooldown. One of my star cards is it takes off the overheat for like 10 seconds with all weapons by me and people near me, and that's great with the officer class because you can go in surrounded by heavies, pop that special to where no weapon overheats, and let the heavy troopers lay down their blasters. And me with my blurge, which is I have a modification on it to where it has extra bolts that shoot, and it already shoots like 2 or 3 bolts when you first get the blurge. But having that extra bolts modification, it shoots like 4 or 5. And once you learn how to do the cooldown on your weapons, and even when you, like I say, pop that special to where your weapons don't overheat, just shooting them 4 or 5 blasts, it takes down enemies pretty easy. So that's why I found myself using the officer class. It's a great team play class, and me and that blurge, man. I did put up a live stream, but my audio is kind of messed up. But check out my personal channel, just Chris Lambert. You can see my Battlefront streams on there, and I'm actually talking on there. For some reason, my audio wouldn't work on our channel, but I got it working on my personal one. I don't get that, but I'm gonna try to fix that today so I can do another live stream for the network before the beta actually ends. But like I say, the blurge pistol, the classes, and I just love everything about it. I love that it forces me to try different things, try different play styles, and I actually still like the specialists as well. That's one thing they need to nerf, if you will, make slightly less strong is the specialist and its infiltration ability. The EE4, it was in the last game, but it's in this game as a special weapon tied to the specialist class with their infiltration ability. And the infiltration ability, it shows everybody on the map and shows all the enemies on the map, and you pull out the E4, and it is overpowered. It's not kind of, sort of, it is overpowered because you pop that and oh my god, you will run through the whole map basically. And plus it recharges after every kill, so that's something I can see them nerfing. I actually do think they said they did. That's the one thing I was pointing to at the beginning of the video, that they did nerf that, but it just didn't make it into into the beta, but it'll be nerfed at launch. So people won't have to worry about that. But the classes was a great thing. Also, the UI, the the user interface, the screen looks great, man. It's not as bright as the last one. It has that black tint, the darker tint, and all that. Have your troops popping up as hologram projections. All that's cool. It just feeds into the Star Wars immersiveness, and that's great. The user interface is great. I love it. That's not really a big thing gameplay wise, but when you playing a game and you just in the menus, you want to like the menu that you're in if you're gonna spend some time. And I actually did spend a lot of time in the menus, going looking at my star cards, looking at my troops, trying to decide which star cards I want to try and all that. And if the user interface, if I didn't want to look at that, I wouldn't have spent a lot of time right there. But because the user interface is so friendly to me and I like it, I was able to do that without being annoyed. But great job, Dice. I love the game so far. Now, no game is perfect, especially not in beta. But let me give y'all a couple things that I feel like they should work on by the time the game release. And like I said, the infiltration with the specialist class, they've already worked on that, so I'm not gonna mention that. First, the party system. They need to fix the party system because since the last game came out, well, since they started talking about this game, they've been saying how they're gonna promote more team play and they're not just gonna have one partner thing. I like the squad system that they've implemented, but I just wish I could spawn in on a partner that I have, like the party system via PlayStation. I don't know if Xbox people or PC people had this problem. I'm gonna speak strictly for me. Me and a couple friends was trying to play Battlefront the other day, and we just couldn't get the party system to work. We couldn't like we were showing each other as offline in the Battlefront menu, and then we would look on the PlayStation. It was right there. And when we actually got in the party via PlayStation, we couldn't add each other in each other's group in the Battlefront. In the Battlefront screen, it wouldn't let us add each other in each other's group. So that's one thing I really think they need to fix. Not, I don't really need to think they fix that. They need to think they need to fix that because people like playing together, and if I want to play with a friend, I shouldn't have to be bugged by y'all party system. And I really hope they fix that because I like playing with friends. Even a friend the other day, I think it was Saturday. It got working, and that was good because I was like, man, I don't want them to have to deal with everybody coming for them because of the party system being broke. So I'm glad to see that they got it fixed, and I just want to hope it's fixed for launch because I don't want them just fixing stuff just for the beta and then come down on launch I got the same problem. So please fix that, Dice, because we want to have a great party system. And like I said, I'm speaking via PlayStation. I don't know if Xbox people or PC people was having those problems, but via PlayStation, I was having those problems, wanting to get into a party and couldn't for whatever reason. Next is the progression system. And I really dislike the progression system being tied to the star cards. And you only get star cards from the certain loot boxes that you can pick up in the title menu. And I really don't like that your classes, each class has different star cards, like I said, but your classes look like they progress higher via the star cards that you get. And I don't really like that. I would like for me doing stuff with that class to be able to progress. Like I get a kill with the assault class, I should move up a little in the progression with the assault class. If I start playing the objective with the assault class, that should be tied into me progressing with the assault class, not me getting points, say with the heavy, and then buying star cards that's for the assault. Now my assault is buffered up a little. No, you should progress with progress with the class based off of your playing time or your playing actions with the class. And I really don't like that. And that's one thing I need them to. I don't know if they're gonna fix it because they might like their system. They might think that it works, but that's one thing I really don't like is the progression of each class being tied to the star cards that you have via that class. Because to me, it's kind of crazy. And like I said, the example I just gave, I don't want to play buku time with the assault all the time to buy all kind of loot boxes, and it just so happened in my loot crates I'm getting star cards for the assault class. Now I'm progressing in the assault class and not even playing with them. And I don't want to see that because that just it takes away from the making me want to play with. Not it doesn't take it away from me, but for other people it might hinder them from playing with the assault because they might struggle with the assault a little bit more, and they might know, hey, I can play with the heavy, get buku points, buy a bunch of loot crates, then hopefully I get some with the get some star cards for the assault class and progress via that way. I don't think it should work that way, but what do I know? I'm just a fan. Next is the special classes, and each faction, Empire, Rebels, Droids, Clones, everybody have special classes. They have two different special classes: the Aerial class, which is basically their jump troopers, and the Enforcer class, which is more like their heavy trooper. These classes need work, a lot of work, because I feel like they have 300 health, and which is more than every other normal trooper. But it doesn't seem like their damage resistance is pretty. The aerial troopers actually have 300 health, and the other ones have a little bit more. But their damage resistance doesn't seem as high as say the heavy, which I kind of get that. Maybe the heavy has a higher damage resistance and higher health. That's why they're the heavy class. But I don't like that the jet troopers. I spend 2,000 of my battle points, which I could have saved and tried to be a hero. But I spend 2,000 of my battle points on a jet trooper. Then they die so easily, and I just feel like it's a waste. So I want to see they damage resistance probably a little buffed in the by the launch. So I'm not feel so I don't feel as like I'm wasting my battle points on jet troopers and stuff like that. The Wookiees, Jesus Christ, they need to be fixed because they just useless. They have I want to say the Wookiees have 350 health. Those and the B2 battle droids. I like the B2 battle droids. Those are okay. Those are probably the best enforcer class because they just all around great. They might need a damage resistance boost as well because, like I said, they it doesn't just. It seems like when you get hit, it takes buku health. But the B2 battle droids, those enforcer classes are probably the best in the beta. I'm not speaking for the whole game. I haven't played the whole game, so please know if I'm speaking and don't say the beta. I'm speaking about the beta, not the game. I haven't played the game, the beta, but the B2 Battle Droid is probably the best enforcer class in the beta so far because it's all around weapons and stuff like that. It has the rocket, the thing where it shoots really fast. It's rich. It's wrist blasters, but yeah, the wrist blasters shoot really fast as one of his ability, and then another ability buffs his health. So the B2 battle droid is I like that one. That one is a okay. The Wookiees need fixed because I don't like that you have to charge up their shot so long. It takes a long time for the bowcaster to charge up and the actual make shots. But if you don't know, check out one of my streams. If you press L2, like again I said, I play PlayStation, so whatever it is for Xbox and PC. If you press your Alt Aim or your zoom in, it actually changes the direction of fire to a more cluster fire, and I like that. I think that should be probably its primary fire way because the more horizontal shot, it I don't really care for that, and that's just me not caring for it. Maybe a lot of other people care for it. I haven't even really checked to see how the internet feels about the beta. I just wanted to give y'all my straight thoughts. But I really think the Wookiee needs the Wookiee class, not the Wookiee class, the Wookiee Enforcer. They need to be fixed, especially if you're gonna have them with the clones and the Resistance. And I don't know if they're gonna be with the Rebels, but I hope not. If so, I hope they get fixed. But also, I want the flame trooper for the first order. They need to be fixed. They damage is too low. The flame trooper almost does nothing against in close range against people, and I really would like that fixed. That's really it with my gripes with the game. It's not too much I didn't dislike about the game. The party system really messed it up for me because I really wanted to play with a couple friends. I really hope they get that fixed. The flame trooper, he looks so cool. I wish they would have fixed that, got that fixed where they do their damage a little bit more higher, and that's really much it. But like I said earlier, tune in to Monday Night Football tonight. Last Jedi trailer will be airing at halftime. Tickets gonna sell as well, so have your phones ready. Last time The Force Awakens came out and they did this, putting the tickets on sale with the trailer, the internet broke. Like really, you couldn't even log on to any movie site to buy your ticket. So try to be first in line today and try to do it a little early. Maybe they'll have the tickets on sale a little early before the trailer comes out, so it don't be everybody at once trying to log on to the movie site, to their respective movie sites and get tickets. But keep an eye on Monday Night Football tonight. I'll be watching it just because I'm a football fan and I want to see who wins the game. But also I'll be looking for that The Last Jedi trailer. And keep it locked right here, cause when I get the chance to review that, I'll come to y'all with my review for the trailer, and no, can't wait to talk about that. Just a couple more months from The Last Jedi, y'all. We get Battlefront next week. No, I'm sorry, not Battlefront next week. We get Rebels next week. We get the trailer tonight. Battlefront 2 next month. Then The Last Jedi in December. We almost there, y'all. Just a couple more weeks and months, and we'll be there. But let me know your feelings on the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. Let me know your feelings on the trailer. How do you feel about the trailer? Hit up the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Also give a like on Facebook. Share it with a friend. And until next time, I'm Chris Lambert. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.